Hey Facebook, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another edition of J Spot, episode number 13. I want to thank everyone for making these episodes possible, because without you guys, it would be no me. So I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for making this all possible, for making me possible. Thank you, thank you. Feel like I ain't been up here in a minute. Just feel like, I've been away or something. Feels good. It feels good. I couldn't join you guys last week, but I'm here this week. We on episode 13. I'm gonna give a couple people time to, sign on and, get in the crib, settle in, and jump on J Spot. Trying to take this worldwide. We're trying to get this in other states, other countries. We're trying to get the word out there. And I can't do it without you guys. So once again, thank you for tuning in each and every week at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you guys. We're going to give it a little couple more minutes for people to get on and, do what it do. But for tonight's topic, actually, we're going to talk about getting out the hood and chasing your goals. Like, that's deep right there. Like, getting out of the hood and chasing your goals. It's so many talented brothers and sisters that's stuck in the hood, and they got a lot of talent. They could go places, they could go far, but they stuck in the hood. So they won't get to know their full potential if they don't get out the hood and chase those goals or those dreams. Like you can't be grounded. You gotta get out there. You gotta get out there and market yourself. You gotta show your talent. You gotta show them you more than the product of your environment. And that's what a lot of people get stuck at, because they just get stuck. They like being in the hood. They like being in the hood, and it's sad. Brown, salute. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Thank you. As always, I salute you. Yeah, but I mean that's really how it is. Like, it's sad, brothers as well as sisters, like, they got talent, but they're not utilizing it. They're not trying to go nowhere with it. They like staying on that block. Like, it's something on that block that's keeping them from chasing their dreams or chasing their goals. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And whatever it is, you gotta let go of it. You gotta reach your full potential. You gotta reach your full potential. Like, I went to school with some. Well, this is high school I'm talking about. I went to high school with some talented basketball players. Like, these dudes were, like, nice and ball. Like, they were like the next Allen Iverson, next Michael Jordan, the next, I don't know, like John Starks, Spud Webb, Clyde Drexler. They were the next of those breeds. But they ain't go nowhere with their talent, because they got sucked up in the hood. They got sucked up on the block. That corner grabbed them up, and that corner said, like, yo, this is how I'm gonna make you a man. Like, forget those basketball dreams, forget those football dreams, forget those baseball dreams. Like, this is where you need to be at, on this corner. And even to this day, none of those guys made it, like, anywhere. Like I always say in my episodes, I ain't gonna put nobody on blast, nobody on Front Street. That's not what J Spot is about. but I will give y'all some visions, as sort of say, you could say. But yeah, that's what episode 13 is about. Getting out the hood and chasing your goals. Like, why people don't want to get out the hood. Like, why they don't want to chase their goals. Like, what is it? What is it that's holding you back on that block or that hood or your neighborhood where you don't want to chase your goals and you don't want to chase your dreams and you don't want to be successful? Like, it's something. And I want to know, like, I want to know for myself as well, like, what is it? Like, what's keeping these brothers and sisters, like, attached to that block? Like, what's on that corner that's keeping them on that corner? Some brothers that when I go to work, I could leave the block like 8 o'clock in the morning. I won't get back to the hood till about 5:45, 6 o'clock, and they're in the same spot where I left them. And it's like, yo, I left you here and you were literally here from 8 something in the morning until 5:30, 6 o'clock. Like, I hope you got like $1,000 in your pocket from staying on this corner. Granted, they might not have been on the corner for all those hours. They probably could have went home, took a nap, went somewhere, saw their kids, take their kids somewhere. Granted, I don't know. But where I left them at and when I returned, that's where they're at. So it's like, there's really not much to say about that. Like what's going on? Now, granted, I once was one of those brothers. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You young. You 16, 17. You get out of school, depending on your schedule you have. You get out of school. I'm sorry. You get out of school and you just, you run to the block. You want to chill. You want to hang out. So I once was one of those brothers. I once played the block. I once did all of that. But then I wisened up. Then I grew up. Then I became a father. And all of that on the block shit was out the window. All of that was out the window. Because when you become a father, you got to provide for your family. You can't just let the woman do everything. Like, nah, you gotta step up to the plate. You gotta be a man. Got a comment. Getting out of the hood is definitely something that people strive for. The thing is, people think keeping it real is by staying loyal to your neighborhood who really does not care about them. That's true. I used to live in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, and people are still doing the same thing when I was in high school, which is sad. Yeah, it's true, Brian. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It is really crazy. Like, they still doing the same thing. The same thing. I mean, granted, you have some people, they play a certain position on their block. They could be the big homie. They could be, I don't know, the product pusher. They could be something big on that block. So they feel they owe that, they feel they owe their block that loyalty. But like you just said, like, that block don't owe you anything. You owing the block, but the block don't owe you anything. So when you get jammed up, you get locked up, you get shot, God forbid, you get whatever come to you, that block ain't holding you down. Only thing that's gonna happen, they're gonna talk about you on that block. They're gonna be like, yo, you heard what happened to such and such? Yeah, yo, he was the big homie of the block. Yo, he held the block down. But what is the block doing for you while you either laid up in the ICU or you laid up and looking at 15 to 20 years? Like, where the block at now? Like, it's really sad. All of us played the block at one time. After a while, you should mature and come up with a goal that you are going to make, that's going to make you a better person. Yeah, that's true. And the sad part is some people, Brown, don't see that. They think being on that block from the age of 15 up until the age of 40 is cool. Now, if you on that block from, not you per se, but if a man or a woman is on that block from the age of 15 to 40 years old, you better either own something, you better have a nice house, and you better have a nice his and her car for you and your lady or your wife or however you put it. Because that's what I get out of that. If you're going to be on that block from the age of 15 up until 40, nah, you better have something to show for it. You better have something to show for it. Something. And you better be big time with it. You better not be no small time person. You better be big time with it. But that's the thing nowadays. Like, that's the thing nowadays. Like, people play the block just to get a pair of sneakers. People play the block to just pay their cell phone bill. People play the block just to buy some Chinese food or to go to a nice little restaurant. You're not winning. You are not winning if you think that's what the block is about. Like, it's more to the world than just being on that block. Like, it's so much out here in this world to see and to places to visit. It's so much to this world. Like, a quick example. I remember it was a couple years back. Me and a certain friend, I mean, we no longer friends right now, but you know, you grow and you grow apart. But me and a certain friend, we went down south. I believe I went to I can't even remember, but it was somewhere down south because it's been a minute. So, you know, it's been a minute. But we went down south or whatever, and he was amazed at like of the different environments, the different environment. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? He like, I ain't never think I would lead a block. Like, I ain't never think I would experience the country life. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh, you never left the block? Like, you never jumped on a plane and went to another state or something, to an island? He like, nah. He's like, yo, my life been evolved around that whole block, that corner. That's all I knew. That's all I know. And I'm looking at him like, yo, it's more to that block. Now you could come down south here. You could come South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. You could go to an island, the Bahamas, Trinidad, Jamaica, Guyana. It's more to the block than, it's more to the world. Sorry. It's more to the world than just that block. And it amazed me that he was shocked that he was in another state. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I thought you left the hood before. He like, nah, yo. He's like, yo, I ain't never leave that block. He's like, I just been on that block doing what I do. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, it's more to the block than that block. Like, you can explore, you could travel the world. Like, once you don't have a criminal record, like a serious criminal record, you could jump on a plane and go to an island. I know brothers that can't jump on a plane because they're restricted because of their probation or parole. That's not what life is about. That is not what life is about. Like, if you have a goal, if you have dreams, chase it. Don't let nobody tell you different, that you can't be the next Obama. Look at that. We didn't think we would have a black president in the White House, but we did. And we had him for 8 years in that White House. So anything is possible, man. You just got to apply yourself, and you just got to go after it. You got to chase it. You can't just sit down and expect it to come to you. You got to get up and get out there and get it. Real talk, true say. You got to get up and get out there and get it. Another comment. Many brothers and sisters don't really see themselves holding high positions in corporate America. That's true. They don't see themselves as CEOs, entrepreneurs, supervisors, or managers. So many of our people feel holding a high position is standing on the corner looking for street cred or balling on the street. They want to be a ghetto superstar. You're right. You're absolutely right. A ghetto superstar. And the sad part about it is If you go into the corporate world, you're a nobody to in the corporate world. On that corner in your neighborhood, yeah, you the big homie. You the product pusher. You know, you the one that don't take no shit from no one. Yeah, that's you on your neighborhood and on your block. But what happens when you jump on that train? Or what happens when you take that drive to the city where the real money is being made, and you go in there and you tell them your name and they looking at you like, okay, who are you? Oh, but on my block, I'm someone. On my block, I'm somebody. Like, yeah, that's your block. You're in corporate America, my brother or my sister. You're in corporate America. Like, what cred you have here? We don't know who you are. And then it's sad because, like, people get discouraged by that and they like, yo, corporate America ain't for me, blah, blah, blah. Like, let me tell y'all something out there. Like, and I know a lot of y'all know this, and I hope a lot of y'all know this. You can't get a pension off of being on the corner. You can't get like money coming to you when you retired being on that corner or being on that block. So you got to get up and get off that block and make something happen. Real talk. Yeah, like one of the follow Brown said, like, yeah, we all played that block at a point in time. We did. We was on that block from morning to night. Yeah, we did that. But then it comes a point in the time you get older, you become a father or you become a mother, and you don't want that for yourself as well as you don't want that for your family or your kids. And most importantly, you don't want your kids seeing you like that. You don't want your kids going to school seeing you on the corner. They leave you on the corner and they get out of school and come back and you still in that same spot. You don't want them to see that. Because then what kind of example are you setting for your kids? And most importantly, what kind of role model are you for your kids? So it's sad. It is really sad. That's why I blame myself for a little about football. Like, I used to play high school, like junior high as well as high school. I used to play football. We used to play street ball, all of that. And I could have went far with it, but you know, doing other things. And when I say other things, like doing things that wasn't productive in my life, and then I ended up messing my knee up, and then I can't even, go anywhere with a messed up knee, because it's like, okay, if I get hit in that knee, they're gonna like, okay, he's injured, he's out. Like, we can't use him. He, like, what help is he to us or to our organization or whatever? So, like, I gave up that dream of football. I was like, yo, I messed up my knee. I ain't even going, run after play. I ain't even going to focus on football. But I didn't give up, though. Best believe I didn't give up. I did not give up. I got up. I finished with high school. Took some college courses. Got me a nice little job. Then I started focusing on acting on the side, on the side or whatever. And I'm someone, I can honestly say I'm someone in corporate America. Like, you can say my name in corporate America, and certain companies will say, yeah, I've worked with him, or yeah, I know who that is. Like, so I already got my foot in the door. My foot is already in the door. It's just that I have to continue applying myself to go further and further. I don't want my foot just to be in the door and then that's it. Like, oh yeah, my foot is in the door, so yeah, just say my name, they know me. Like, no, I want my name to be in the door. I want both my feet actually to be in the door. And I'm known all throughout the corporate America. I don't want to just be known in one department or in one organization. I want different organizations and fields to know who I am. And that's my focus and my goal. Like, that's what I'm pushing for. Like, yeah, I'm focused with this acting, but at the same time, I do have a 9 to 5. At the same time, I do have a 9 to 5. So I'm still pursuing my acting career, as well as, my J Spot live Facebook feed episodes that I do every week. So it's like I have my hand in the cookie jar, and I have more than one thing brewing up. It's just that which one is gonna, expand first, and then the rest I could just cut off. Or if I want to be greedy, I could continue with everything. So it's all in the man up above. It's all in his hands. It's where he's pushing my feet. Wherever he's pushing my feet, that's where I'ma go. During high school, it is almost cool to live in the ghetto or hood from your peers. I would say being hood or bragging you from the hood is more of a stage of a person's life, more like a teenage thing. Some people messed their lives up so badly, they have no real choice but to stay confined to the hood. That's true. That's also true. I would say peer pressure plays a big part because many of our people think by using your mind you are acting white or trying to be white. So they think staying hood is being black. I mean, you right about that. Like, you are absolutely right about that. You are absolutely right about that. Like, I'm sorry for the coughing and stuff. Like, I'm, getting over a little cold and stuff like that. So it's now leaving my system. But, yeah, in high school, it was cool to be the man from the block, or the man everyone knew in the neighborhood. Because you was that dude or you was that girl. But then, like, all you are is just popular on that block. That's all you are. You're just popular on that block. Like, nowhere else, no one knows you. And then peer pressure is a mother effer. Peer pressure is really a mother effer because it's like, if you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So it's like, if you don't do this, the older peers on the block will look at you like you soft. Like, oh, you mad corny. Like, oh, you couldn't do that. What happened? I thought you was going to go put that work in for me. I thought you was going to go this, go that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, when you tell them no, like, yo, I ain't doing that. Like, you're not my father. You're not my mother. Then, then they going to degrade you. They going to play you. They going to embarrass you in front of the block or on the block. Like, yo, he corny. She corny. She's scared. She ain't about that life. She ain't da-da-da. But really and truly, only thing you set yourself up for is a criminal record. And it's sad to say, because I personally know friends who wish they didn't do the things they did on the block because they're confined to their criminal record. They can't do anything. They can't get the job that they want. Some can't even get a driver's license. So it's like, and then some can't even leave the country. But it's like, now as they got older, they think back and they're like, yo, I wish I wasn't listening to the older people off the block. Because, like, yo, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. Like, I can't go where I want to go. I can't get the job I want to get. Like, I got to settle. And it's sad. And it's sad that we have to go through getting a criminal record to show us this is not the way of life. Or this is not the life for us. Like, why you got to get a criminal record just to prove yourself? I would respect and salute the man or woman who don't have a criminal record and who's about their business and who trying to get off that block and who trying to chase their goals and their dreams. That's the person I'm gonna look up to. Because for me, growing up, yeah, I did a lot of childish things, dumb things, but it didn't land me with a criminal record. Because why? I had my own mind for myself. Like, yeah, I used to listen to the older people on the block. Yeah, I listen to them, but at the end of the day, it's my decision if I'm going to do it or not. And in this world, we all have a choice. It's like, yeah, you could tell me go do this, go do that, this, that, and the third. But at the end of that discussion, it's my last word. What's going to happen? Yeah, tell me all you want to tell me, but it's up to me if I'm going to make that final decision. And I think that's what people in this time and age, like, get it confused. Like, they feel just because they were told something, they have to do it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't. You do not have to do anything you don't want to do. And like Brown, my follower Brown said, like, peer pressure is a mother effort because like I said, it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So the best thing to do is just, if you have to cut ties with those people on that block, like those big homies, those real dudes on that block, if you got to cut ties with them just to see your way and better your life and better yourself, so be it. You, at the end of the day, you're not going to be the one looking like a punk or looking soft, because at the end of the day, 10 years from now, you're going to be the one successful in somewhere doing something constructive and productive with yourself, and they're going to be the one still left on that block with a criminal record and can't do a damn thing. So who's really going to be winning? Like, that's something to think about. Like, who's really going to be winning? People usually follow the patterns before them. If you are a child and you see grown men and women hanging on the corner or crews hanging on the stoop all day, when that child gets older, he or she will think that is the right thing to do. As a young man or woman, the little child will say to himself, I can't wait to get older so I can hang on the block. Yep. I can't wait to get older so I can hang on the block. So being hood is also learn behavior. If you grow up in the ghetto and you see young men not striving for anything productive, that child will do the same thing. He will not reach for long-term goals. That's true. That's absolutely true. Right on the money. That's absolutely true. Because as I stated earlier, like, yeah, when we were younger, yeah, we idolized certain people on the block. Like, yo, that's the big homie. Like, yo, he or she, he don't play. Like, he put in work. Like, he this, he that. Okay, you're idolizing them. Some points you might want to be like them. I don't know why, but some points you might want to be like them. But then what you have to also understand, just because that man or woman did what they did and got away with it, don't mean you going to have the same fate. Because just because they robbed that corner store, don't mean you can rob it and you're going to get away scot-free. You could rob that corner store, and as soon as you come out that corner store, police right there and they grab you. And then you saying to yourself like, yo, but the big homie robbed the store just 2 nights ago and got away. Yeah, that's the big homie. You are not him and he is not you. And that's another thing people fail to realize in this world. Like, stop copying what you see people on your block do. Just because they did it on the block don't mean you are going to be so lucky. That don't mean that. Yeah, you might get lucky. Granted, you might get lucky. But it's but so long you going to keep getting lucky. Your luck is going to run out sooner or later. And the next thing you know, it run out. For example, you could commit your first crime. And that first crime you commit, you get hit with a 25 piece. Your first crime. Now, the next man could have did his first crime and got away. Or the next man could have made his first crime and just got like 6 months or a year. But you commit your first crime and you get hit with 25 years. Like, if that don't play on your brain to tell you like you are your own person and he or she are their own person, I don't know what to tell you. Because if I commit my first crime, God forbid, and I get hit with a 25 piece, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. I am gonna be sick. I'm gonna be like, yo, like, how did this happen? Like, how did this happen? My first ever charge, and I'm getting hit with 25 years. It's serious. It is really serious. That's why for our young black brothers and sisters that's growing up now in this day and age, if you got a talent, if you got skills, utilize it. Let that be what gets you out that hood. Let that be what pushes you to reach your goals and your dreams. If you good at basketball, stay in that gym 24/7. If you good at football, stay on that field 24/7. If you good at soccer, stay on that field 24/7. Whatever it is you good at, stay at it. Keep pushing. Because sooner or later, you're going to get your big break. And them same people that you wanted to be like and you wanted to look up to on that block, when you successful and you make it, chances are they gonna still be there on that block. So you done went off, did your 4 years of college, you done went off, did your 4 or 8 years in the army, in the armed services, and you gonna come back and the same people gonna be on that block. And you gonna say to yourself like, yo, I was going for, let's say like a total of 10 years and they still doing the same thing. They don't have anything to show for it. Like, that's something to really think about. That is something to really think about. That's why we got to do better, man. We have to do better. Like, we have to do better. It's a lot out there in this world we could accomplish, but we're not applying that pressure. The same way we can memorize rap songs or up in parties 24/7, we could take that same time and energy and effort and utilize it to something more constructive and something worth putting money in your pockets, rather than something taking money out of your pockets. Like, we have a new president and we don't know what this man has in store for us. And before we lose our mind and go crazy and do something we don't want to do, like, we have to sit, we have to think, we have to be like, yo, this is something I got to do. I want to get off out this neighborhood. I want to get off this block. I got goals. Like, if you want, take up a trade. If you could get back into school, get back into school. Like, we have to do better. We have to do better. Like, it's a must. And for some of the friends that I had that I said earlier that had like basketball careers, football careers, I know they think back night and day and night, and they be like, yo, why did I have to get sucked up on this block? I was nice in basketball. I could have been in the pros right now. I could have been across seas right now. Like, I know they have to say that about themselves. Like, this block messed my life up. Or this neighborhood messed my life up. And it's the truth. Because when I tell you I grew up with some dudes that were nice in basketball, I mean, the dribbling was crazy. The defense was crazy. The assisting was crazy. And it's like, I used to even say to myself, like, yeah, he gonna go to the pros. Like, yeah, he gonna go to the pros. He gonna be right up there with Iverson. But then when I saw they got caught up on the block, I'm like, you got skills and you gonna let this block right here keep you from chasing your dreams? Then that means you really wasn't serious about your dreams from day one. You just wanted to be well known on your block. That's all it is. You just want to be the nicest basketball player on your block or in your neighborhood. Why you didn't want to be the nicest basketball player in the tri-state area? Why you didn't want that? Why you didn't want different prospects looking at you, different coaches, different college leagues looking at you? Why you didn't want that? That's when you're really winning. You're not winning when you're respected on your block or your neighborhood. Yeah, you're winning there. Yeah, you're winning there, but that's all. You can't go nowhere with that. That's not a degree. You can't take that. You can't take that to another state and be like, yo, look, I'm the big homie on my block. I used to ball. Like, I used to bust people ass and ball. They're going to look at you like, what school did you go to? Who do you know? Like, real talk. Um, Education plays a major part of things. If our people understood that the hood was designed for our people to destroy each other as a people, so there should be no glamour from it. When our great grandparents and when our great grandparents and grandparents migrated to the northern cities for better opportunity, they were not allowed to live in certain neighborhoods because they were black. That's true. Once black moved to neighborhoods, white people left and they took all of the resources. It's also true. Now what happened is you have a lot of black people looking for better opportunity for themselves and their family, but they cannot because there are too many people in a neighborhood without resources. That is how the ghetto is set up globally. Every low income black neighborhood, no resources to meet needs of the people. So now our people compelled to live in the street life. Once you get caught up with that fast ghetto lifestyle, it is hard to get out of it. Is it? It's more than hard to get out of it. Once you get sucked in to that street life, it's hard to get out. And then if you do get out, thank the man up above and consider yourself blessed and lucky, because not that many people get out. You have people that are stuck there from the age of 15 up until like 40, 50. Like everything you just stated right there, Brown, man, listen, you on the money. For another example, one of my older brother had, numerous friends. Like he moved. He don't live in New York anymore. He lives down south. But he have certain friends that that was close to him or whatever the case may be. When I tell you these guys were like the big shots, they were the big shots. But now when you see them, you like, yo, wasn't that such and such? Or did he have like 3-4 cars? Or did he have like 2 big cribs? And now when you see them, they have nothing. Nothing. When I tell you nothing, they're begging for $0.25 and it's like, you were making, I don't know, but you were making like thousands of dollars, damn near millions of dollars, and you're begging me for $0.25? Like, what happened to all that money you had? Or what happened to you never gonna fall off? You gonna always be on top? Like, what happened to all that talk you was talking? But another thing too, education plays a big part. Because when you have money, you don't know what to do with it, all you're gonna keep doing is spending. All you're gonna do is spending. Keep doing the spending. So education plays a big part in it too, as well. Because you having all this money, you gotta know how to make it grow. Instead of making it decrease, you want to make it grow. Just because you got like $10,000, or you want to run in every little store buying $300-$400 pair of jeans and shirt. Believe it or not, that money is slowly decreasing. Now you have education and you know what to do with that money. You're gonna continue to make it grow. Like, for example, another person. Part of me looks up to this man, and part of me is like, okay. But I don't discredit this man at all. I don't discredit him at all. But look at Jay-Z. That man went from doing his thing on the corners to look where he's at right now. Look where he's at right now. That man is beyond successful. And I know he thanks the Lord every day for everything he has. Because them corners in Marcy in Marcy Projects, them corners could have killed them, or he could have been doing life right now. But he took that little bit that he had and he blew up with it. So you gotta respect that man when it comes on money, on a money level as well as on a business level, because he's slowly opening doors for a lot of people. He's signing a lot of people he used to beef with. People this man used to beef with on records, he's signing them. So that tells you that man grew a lot. That man grew a lot. I would have never thought I would have heard Jay-Z and Jim Jones, they're friends or they're cool. But Jay-Z saw, like, yo, that beef stuff is whack. It wasn't putting no money in our pockets. We probably don't even know what we were beefing over. So look what he did. He said, yo, another person, him and Fat Joe. I would have never thought him and Fat Joe would have been on a record together. And they were beefing over something in the club or something like that. Some, to my knowledge, something that had to do with the club. But they didn't speak for like a good couple of years, more than maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years, maybe. I'm not too sure. But he's burying the hatchet with a lot of these people, and he's putting money in their pockets because he see they're not doing good. He see they're really hurting and struggling. So what is he doing? He's opening the doors for them. He's like, yo, I'm going to open the door for you, but you got to get the rest. I'm going to open the door for you. You got to put the music out. I'm doing what I can do to help you. So I salute that man. Sean Carter, I salute that man. And that's what it's about. Like, sorry. That's what it's about. You get up out the hood, out the neighborhood, and you go after your dreams. You go after your goals. Because you don't want to be 40 years old or 45 years old and you looking back at yourself and saying like, yo, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. You don't want to have no regrets like that. You don't. You really don't. Let me see. There is a story that is told to little kids. It is called The Torso and the Hare. Yeah. The Torso and the Hare. There is this rabbit bragging about how fast he can run. So the torso challenges the rabbit to a race. The two race and the rabbit takes off. He runs so fast he does not even see the turtle. He does not even see the turtle. So the rabbit take a nap. Eventually the torso catches up to the rabbit and passes him and wins the race. That's true. I know that story. The moral of the story, when you live the fast life, that ghetto hood life, you only look good for a short time. Eventually a person will put themselves in a position that will mess up their life. That's true. A person who moves like a torso will reach his goals because he is moving in a pace where he can grow. That's true. Everything has to go through its proper steps to blossom. You move fast, you die fast. You have to have long-term goals and visualize them so you can accomplish them. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. So you can accomplish them. That is the way out of the hood. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. That turtle, he took that nap. He got ahead. He figured like, yo, I passed him. Like, I could take me a little 2 hour nap. But then next thing you know, he woke up and the torso won the race. So that is very true. Like, I dig that point you just made. You are absolutely right about that. Like, the fast life, you will die fast. But the thing is, that hurts and kills me too to a point. People feel just because you're moving at a slow pace, you're not moving at all. You shouldn't feel and think like that. Because you're moving, but you're moving at your pace and at the pace God has made for you. So yeah, just because that person is moving fast and he got the new Bentley or he got the new Aston Martin or he got the new Jordans on his feet or the new whatever. Just because he has all that, his life is being cut short slowly by surely, but he just don't know it. And I mean, you don't know, but then you gonna hear about it the next day or whenever. Not to wish bad on anyone's life, but you will hear about it. You gonna be like, yo, you heard such and such just got hit with 50 years, or you heard such and such got killed. And you like, yo, but he was making so much money, or she was making so much money, she was doing her thing. But then you have yourself that you did everything at your own pace. And then you slowly and surely, you climb up that ladder and you where he was. But you just went about it the legit and legal way. That's all. You just went about it the legal and legit way. That is the only difference. And honestly, I'd rather go about it that way, where I don't got to look over my shoulder and worry about cops running up on me and bagging me. And next thing you know, I'm hearing the judge hitting me with zip code numbers. Like, nah, that ain't going to happen to me. That is not going to happen to me. If I got to take the slow pace, the slow route to make it and be successful, then so be it. It'll take me 10, 15 years, and it probably took that person like 2 to 5 years, but I don't have to look over my shoulder. I'm good. Everything is legit. I don't have to get a friend to sign or put my money in their bank because I can't put this large lump sum of money in my bank because then the cops or the feds gonna catch on. I don't have to do all that. I could put all my money in my own account because I worked for it. I bust my ass for it. And it's mine. I have proof to show for it. So you can't tell me I was out there doing this, doing that, when I have proof to show for the hard work that I just put in for the last 10 to 15 years. It's sad that everyone chooses the fast life. Granted, you getting what you want, you getting the ladies, you getting whatever, you getting all of that, but it's only for a short period of time. It's only for a short period of time. And then next thing you know, click, click. Or next thing you know, God forbid, you 5 feet deep, 6 feet deep. So, as I said earlier, like, life is about choices. Like, you got to make the right choices and right decisions. Because that one little choice you make could ruin your whole life, or it could better your whole life. It's all up to you, and it's all what you want to do and how you want to go about it. So, like I said a little while ago, like, if you're successful at whatever sport, whatever it is, if you're good at math, you're good at English, you're good at social studies, science, whatever it is, that's your calling right there. That is your calling right there to get you out the hood. To push you to be something, to push you to be successful. That's your calling right there. Sorry. That's your calling right there. Don't let it pass you by. Do not let it pass you by. Like, jump on it. Go after it. Go after it. Because I know if I didn't have knee problems with me, I know for a fact I would have made it to the pros. Because I was nice in football. I was I looked up to Jerry Rice. That was my favorite wide receiver of all time. Of all times, Jerry Rice. As a kid playing, street football, I'm like, yeah, I'm number 80. I'm number 80. Yeah, San Francisco 49ers, Jerry Rice. Like, that's who I looked up to as a protege. Like, that man, his skills on that field was like remarkable. It was crazy. I used to be like, yo, this man can catch. So if I didn't have knee problems, I personally know I would have made it to the pros. I know for a fact because that would have been my calling and that would have been my ticket out the hood. I would have played in, little different tournaments, different states. I would have been all over. Because one, that would have been helping me. That would have been helping me to travel, as well as to meet new people and get known in football. Like, people would have been like in Dubai. They'd be like, yo, y'all heard of Jay? Like, Jay, yeah, he over there in New York. Like, Dubai. They would have knew about me in Dubai. So it's sad, man. When you got skills, man, utilize it. Let that be your ticket out the hood. Let that be your ticket out of that hood and off that corner. Because you only get one shot. You're lucky if you get a second shot. And when I say a second shot, meaning you're lucky if you like messed up the first time and you get, a criminal record, but then, you get it swept under the rug, but then you able to go again. You're lucky if you get a second shot, but let's be real, like, it don't always happen that way. On TV, yeah, but in the real world, it's very rare. It's very rare. It is very rare. So like I say, man, like, get out the hood. Get out the hood. Chase your dreams. Chase your goals. If you have goals, chase them. Get a pen and paper. Write down the stuff you want to accomplish in your life or before a certain age and go after it. It's going to be a lot of long nights. You ain't getting sleep. You ain't getting rest. You running off for 2-3 hours of sleep. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you going to be successful. And you going to say, yo, it all paid off. It all paid off in the end. Also, many of our people that live in the ghetto, you either have to be an athlete or good with music. And if you are not good with those things, then some go to the street life also. That's true. That's true. If you're not nice and if you're not a good athlete or good with music, if you're not good with them words, you run into that corner. You run into your big homie of your block or your neighborhood. You letting him give you a pack and you taking that pack and you going out there and you doing what you think you can do. Which at the end of the day is crazy because you're working for someone. So you're a worker. So that pack that your big homie just gave you, he give you a 500 pack, you got to give him 250 and you keep 250. Until you can save up enough to, you don't need to work for him anymore. You could get your own pack, so whatever you make, you keep. It's crazy, like, it's really crazy. That's not a life for me, and that's not a life I would want for my kids. That's definitely not nothing I would want. But some people choose that life because they feel that's all they could do. You don't know what you could do if you don't try. And that's another thing that killed me too. People don't like to try. They just automatically, nah, I can't do that. Why is can't in your vocabulary, first off? Try. You don't know what you can do if you don't try. You don't know what you can do if you don't try. Point blank, period. It's point blank, period. Well, I reached my hour of my episode for Jay's Spot. Brown, I want to thank you once again. Salute for tuning in each and every week. I truly appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And to all those who tuned in and, you know, couldn't stay for the discussion, you know, I'm here every Tuesday. All you gotta do is check back in 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here. And next week we on episode 14, so I'm here. As long as, you know, God keep me good and I don't catch another cold and coughing up my lungs and stuff, I'll be here every Tuesday. But if I'm not here, it's you know it's something, because I really love doing these episodes and I love the feedback that I get from everyone that comes up here. I enjoy the feedback. It shows people are listening. It shows people they're listening to what I have to say, and I'm trying to help change a life or two. Because it's about time, like, positive start taking over and, you know, the negative loses. Like, negative, it don't need to exist. We need positive, and we need stuff like this. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say. We need things like this for people that's going through stuff. They could, you know, come up on Facebook and, oh, let me check out Jay's Spot, and or let me check out Bhavani, and, you know, we need things like this. We do. Peace and maintain, bro. Good dialogue, fam. Good work. We all gotta support each other. Positivity. Gotta live long. Be cool, brother. Salute. Thank you, Browns. Thank you. Salute. Well, until next week, everyone, I will catch you guys up here, same time, same channel. Salute, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next week.